Welcome to LUTV Newsbreak. I'm Akira Mouton.
And I am Taylor Holland. It's the ultimate punishment that is saved for the most extreme offenses. The Center for Death Penalty Studies hosted a conference to teach students about the past, present, and future of the capital punishment. LUTV News reporter Alexis Miller has more about how the center is expanding their reach.
The conference was a learning experience for everyone in attendance.
It brings to campus those discussions. It allows students to grow because they get asked questions they'd never considered.
Speakers presented facts and graphs on impacts of this punishment.
So it's actually started in 1923, and capital punishment in Turkey was actually carried out.
It had gone so long without an execution that it didn't have the administrative architecture in place to carry them out.
The Center for Death Penalty Studies was founded a decade ago and is expanding their reach.
Importance of the issue, the use of death penalty in criminal justice system. This year we decided to have our first international conference, and we have speakers from all around the world.
This represents not just local, but national and international. And I think that perspective is something that if by bringing in here, our students get exposed to people they would have never met before.
In Beaumont, Texas.
Alexis Miller, LUTV News, Beaumont.
This event was the first of many, and they are hoping to host an international conference annually.
Some of the hardest conversations we will have are the ones that most need to take place. Our recent Lamar University event gave space to those heart-to-heart exchanges to happen. LUTV News anchor Patrick Scott attended a recent Red Talk that shed some light on important issues concerning the LGBTQ+ community.
The Critical Courageous Conversations Pride Panel was presented by Andre Favors at the Setzer Center in the ballroom, as well as online.
It's really important for students to see other students like them and to hear from alumni perspectives as well, to see what's possible once they graduate from Lamar.
These panelists answered questions from the presenter about various subject matter regarding the LGBTQ+ community.
It gives 4 different perspectives. Like I said in the panel, we're all individuals, we all have different stories, backgrounds, life experiences.
The audience in attendance was allowed to ask questions after the presentation, and panelists gave insight on their own experiences with advocacy and inspiration.
I've had people who have told me that I am a lighthouse for the LGBT community. There are so many struggles that LGBTs, individuals face on the daily.
The Pride Panel is just one of many events based around the Lamar LGBTQ+ community.
It's important to realize we do have a lot of LGBTQ+ programming on campus that's upcoming, like the multicultural graduation, the Lavender Award Lunch, a safe zone training that we're doing tomorrow online on Zoom at 6 o'clock. There are a lot of activities that we are doing that I think the public should be aware of.
Patrick Scott, LUTV Beaumont.
If you'd like to learn more about the upcoming events like this, visit lamar.edu and search for events calendar.
A staple in Southeast Texas is asking for the community's help so they can continue informing and entertaining the public. LUTV News reporter Kalea Coleman has more on how you can help keep a beloved station on air.
KVLU has entered their annual fundraising season. While pitching on air, volunteers man the phone waiting for donators.
KVLU is a public radio station which is affiliated with National Public Radio. It's a network that encompasses about 500 radio stations.
KVLU has served as a beacon to the community, creating a space for listeners to relax and be present.
We work very closely with various nonprofits and the arts organizations within our area by giving them a voice.
In order to grow their platform, they rely on fans and listeners to contribute and keep them running.
880-8164. The bulk of our funding comes in through the public, whether it's through grants, through corporate sponsorship, or through individual donation.
Donations can be placed through the phone, where callers will be asked a few questions before receiving an optional shout-out on air.
But this is just a more convenient time to get everybody more aware that we need the money, and we put together teams that can be a little more persuasive, we hope, and volunteers that can help us process the memberships faster.
Kalea Coleman, LUTV News, Beaumont.
Although KVLU ended their last week of fundraising, they expect donations all throughout the year on their website, kvlu.org.
No matter who you are or where you want to go, everyone must start somewhere. LUTV News has been the starting place for many area media professionals. LUTV News anchor Hannah Spikes attended a presentation by a Lamar graduate who has developed a career around media and communication.
Further this idea of being in broadcasting. And so then when I came to Lamar,
a Lamar University Communication Department graduate returned back to where his journey began. To show professionals speaking to students about their personal experience in media is just as beneficial as a lecture in the classroom.
With LUTV, the University Press, where I'm the advisor, or any of these things, it's like you've got to have people come in and see how they're putting these things into practice. That's really how you learn.
Joshua Yon of Joshua Productions spoke to students about the importance of taking advantage of everything they are exposed to at the university.
In a university setting, such as here at Lamar University, you get great education in the classroom, but sometimes you need that little extra outside the classroom. So to have those networking opportunities and to meet someone who does what you want to do can really help propel you to where you want to go.
These were the days when I was a Lamar student that were the most inspiring for me. And I was like, okay, these people are actually doing it, so maybe I can do it.
Professionals see the benefit of the hands-on work students get the opportunity to learn from at the university.
Students come to Lamar passionate and ready to jump in and start learning and getting hands-on. And so to have those opportunities like a University Press and an LUTV to get hands on cameras and get to work just makes them that much stronger when they go out in the world as professionals.
Hannah Spikes, LUTV News, Lamar University.
The high winds that are normally in March have definitely pushed into the month of April. It makes it hard to keep a hold of your sun hat or your umbrella.
We should not forget about the possibility of April showers. Let's take a look at the LUTV weather forecast to see what we can expect for the upcoming weekend. For the next few days, we can expect high temperatures in the low to mid 80s and lows hovering around 70 degrees. Partly cloudy skies with some glimpses of sunlight is on the menu through Saturday.
On Sunday, there's a 40% chance of thunderstorms and the possibility of rain lingers until Tuesday. It is definitely more umbrella weather and less sun hat weather for the next week. Hopefully, April showers will bring May flowers. That's it for you, LUTV's 7-day forecast.
Thank you for watching LUTV News Break. To see more content from LUTV News, follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook.
Be sure to join us next time for LUTV News, where your campus, community, and culture news come together.